Ladies and gents, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video. Well, this is absolutely hysterical now, and we are still on the topic of the age verification and the UK Online Safety Act here in the UK, which is just nothing but a big pile of stinking poop. And obviously, we have got platforms now like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X, Twitter, where all of these sites now, well, it's not exactly going well for them. So this actually came out on Saturday. Make significant adjustments to Online Safety Act, X urges government. The new rules came into force last week, requiring platforms like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X, as well as sites hosting this, to bring in measures to prove that someone using them is over the age of 18. The Online Safety Act is putting free speech at risk 100,000% and needs significant adjustments. Elon Musk's social network X has warned. New rules that came into force last week require platforms such as these, as well as sites hosting adult material, to bring in measures to prove that someone using them is over the age of 18, which I agree with that. Adult stuff, yeah, okay, you need to verify whatever, but the amount of data that they're asking you to send them is wrong. That's the thing. The Online Act requires sites to protect children and to remove illegal content, but critics have said that the rules have been implemented too broadly, resulting in the censorship of legal content. Yeah, this is nothing but a big government censorship plan. That's exactly what it is. And it's not going to go the way that they think. So many people, I think half the country already, has voted and said they don't want to do this sort of stuff, which is understandable. I'm one of them. Because what they want you to send over, and it's not just to these companies. The thing is, everything they're asking for, like we've gone over it. So you got driver's license, bank details, a photo of your face, driver's license, all these things, passports even, which is bizarre. Because all this data is being given to third-party companies. That's the worst thing about it. And these third-party companies will be able to sell all your data. Hell, some of these companies may be even set up to make people inside the government richer, because that's what happened during the great world lockdown, in 2020, when here in the UK, and I believe in America as well, and Canada, and across the other governments across the world, all the personal protection equipment, so the masks and the outfits and everything else, a lot of these companies sprung up, and who happened to be behind them? Oh, members of the government. They're making money off it. This is another thing which is going that way, which I probably can see that a lot of these third-party companies, the ones who are being trusted with your data, more than likely got someone behind them. Could be someone like Keir Starmer, could be the woman who's ahead of the Tories, could be Nigel Farage, it could be anyone in the UK, hell, in America. It could be Trump, it could be Harris, it could be Biden, it could be anyone who is in the governments worldwide. These people more than likely have these sites under some kind of other name, and what they do. But as you can see, though, that X has warned that the Act's laudable intentions were at risk of being overshadowed by the breadth of its regulatory reach. It said when lawmakers approved these measures, they made a conscientious decision to increase censorship in the name of online safety. It is fair to ask if UK citizens were equally aware of the trade-off being made. And this video by here, as you can see, she's actually wearing a mask in that video. And with that, it does tell her, oh, we don't really actually think this is a real face. She adjusted the mask and it went through, which is nuts. X claims the timetable for platforms to meet mandatory measures had been unnecessarily tight, and despite complying, sites still face threats of enforcement and fines, encouraging over-censorship. Which, this by here, that is more than likely going to be a big thing that we will be seeing, because, as you can see by here, a lot of these websites are still facing fines. And I think I heard it somewhere that if one site is found that one person or two people or whatever is using the website and it's like a $50 million fine, which is absolutely ludicrous. Which, it wouldn't surprise me if that's one of the reasons why they've done it. We can find these people and get millions. It's another way of doing it. A balanced approach is the only way to protect individuals' liberties, encourage innovation, and safeguard children. It's safe to say that significant changes must take place to achieve these objectives in the UK. The UK government spokesperson said it is demonstrably false that the Online Safety Act compromises free speech. Well, actually, no, it does compromise it. Because you can't put things out, because you will get the thought police after you. Here in the UK, we've seen some people turn up outside people's houses. You got the police knocking on the door. Oh, you said this about someone. That's not compromising free speech? It's like, what? Are you really that much of a wuss that someone called you a name online that you have to go and cry to the police? That just shows you haven't got broad shoulders. It shows you haven't got a backbone. It also shows that you are nothing but a big pussy, because words hurt you. Yeah, there's so many things going about like this. It's absolutely just mind-blowing how these people think we can do this and get away with it. As well as legal duties to keep children safe, the very same law places clear and unequivocal duties on platforms to protect freedom of expression. Users have complained about age checks that require personal data to be uploaded to access sites that show adult material, and 468,000 people have already signed a petition asking for the new law to be repealed. And they actually came back with a response. And it was basically this here. Yeah, no plans, we're not going to do it. Which is absolutely bizarre. But then it goes into, like you say, you got Nigel Farage, who has said that we would ditch the regulations going forward. And then you got this Peter Kyle guy, who we've actually gone over this in one of the last videos, where he caused people who want to oppose this Online Safety Act are nothing but predators. Yeah, mate, you are literally calling nearly half the world that they're predators. It's not a good look. And to be honest with you, this guy, he actually has a bit of power in government. That should be taken away from him, because obviously the guy hasn't got a logical brain cell in him. To say people are that, it's like, dude, come on. What the hell are you doing? But yeah, this is absolutely bizarre, and when you've got social media companies coming out and saying you're going against free speech, which is exactly what they're doing, you can see a different perspective of all this coming closer now. Like we said, if children were, if they wanted to be protected online, the parents need to turn on the parental locks. They need to go into their routers. They need to ring up their ISP if they don't know how to go into their router and turn on these protections. If you want to do something like this, mandatory, all items, so phones, tablets, routers, all this kind of stuff, they should automatically have the child stuff already locked. And then the parents or the adults, they can turn it off. That's what it should be. And if you want to protect it even more, make sure it's a PIN so the kid doesn't know the PIN. To me, that is a better thing straight away than literally saying, I want a photo of you. I want your driver's license. I want your passport. I want your bank details. Just so you can say that you're over the age of 18. You're not going to get it. And it's going to be a huge bombshell. Mostly because of this as well. If Labour do another election in the next couple of years, Labour are out. Guarantee it. Then the Tories will come back in and it'll be exactly the same all over again. Because the government aren't for nobody anymore. They're just out for themselves. Because, well, they're just greedy and they want money. That is literally it. Let us know down below, folks, what you think about this. Are you with Elon? I'm with Elon 100%. There should be better ways of doing this instead of just going online and saying, block everything. No. And remember, it was a 300-page bill that went in. In 2023, remind you, we actually covered it over on Rumble, which I will put a link down below if you want to go and watch that video, because back then, censorship. My video got taken down off YouTube because of it. But guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.